let's talk about the 4 C's of underwriting any real estate investment transaction. Starting with the first one, collateral. The most important one probably. That's the asset. That's the piece of real estate. That's what you're buying, right? That's what, no matter what happens with any of the other 4 C's that we're going to go over in a second, the other 3 C's I should say, if you don't have a good solid piece of real estate, you don't have a solid piece of collateral, there's not much else you can do. So number 1, find that. Number 2, and these go in order of what we feel as underwriters and what most real estate finance companies believe is of importance. Number 2 is character. Who you are. When we call you, do you pick up the phone? When you call us, do we have good conversations? Is it kind of a good, likable transaction that we can all do business with? Because we're kind of business partners in the transaction. Because think about it. Like if I call you to ask you for a document and you don't call me back, what's going to happen when, I send you a payment coupon or you're not going to send me a payment in? Right? Like we're not old school, strict, hard money lenders like, hey, I got the money, I make all the rules like a lot of other guys are. But that being said, we have to have a good working relationship. It's not just a lender-borrower type of transaction, it's a partnership, right? I want to help you make more money by flipping properties by, providing quick and easy capital. So I would say that, on my end, like I look out for a lot of different character traits and, personality types. We meet with all of our borrowers. I think it's important. I think, us meeting you is just as important as you wanting to meet us. Know who we are, know who's lending me $100,000. Understand that, we make sure we understand that I'm closing in 4 days and I'm expecting to get $400,000, so I'm not in default with my real estate transaction, right? So when we say, hey, let's all meet at the office so I can introduce you to the team, you want to meet as well. So I think character is a really big thing, and I think it's important to kind of understand and have a growing relationship.
Yeah, there's a lot of unspoken things about character that meeting somebody, you can just learn both sides. You meeting us meeting you, and understanding how both sides do business. But and then the next one you were, I think, going to allude to, Jay, was the other C is capacity, which has a lot to do with a couple different things. Maybe the experience level of the borrower, understanding what they're capable of. Do I need your income statements? Do I need your bank statements? I don't need them. But maybe I need to get a comfort level of some sort as we're assessing the risk on something, that you can make the payments or you can repay the loan. So you kind of develop a picture, which usually the character meeting stems into the capacity question in understanding what you're doing. Because it's important for us to understand what you're doing, because then we can A, help you grow, and B, assess our risk better and come to numbers that work. And then finally, the fourth one, which everybody likes to throw on the top, I think in the very first question when somebody calls you up, is credit. Credit, the best thing I could say is when somebody goes, hey, what's my credit have to be? My answer is I've done loans from somebody with a 500 credit to an 800 credit. It's the whole picture. So where you don't want to get as wrapped up in credit, I might see an easy answer to offset maybe credit or capacity or whatever it may be, to put it all together to help you, which is going back to the prior week's video. A bank's not going to do that for you. It's not going to happen.
They're going to look at credit and nope, what's
your credit? The whole thing's done.
We're out no matter what.
Right. So that's how we can get creative with it, and those 4 C's are important. So consider them maybe before you're talking with us and how you can make yourself, feel the strongest about them. Certainly meet with us. And like Jay said, it starts with the collateral and goes, collateral, character.
So if you don't have one, like the credit's low, don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
If you don't have collateral, you shouldn't be discouraged, because that should be the most important thing.
Right.
And if you don't have a personality, you don't have character, you may want to be discouraged as well. But other than that,
find a partner who has
make
it.
sure
Yeah.
the other things you can work through. So until next time.